Hey everyone, I'm NATO King, and it's time to finish Fable. Boy, do I want this game behind me. Anyway, we got to this bridge in the Land of the Shadows, and we need to figure out how to cross it. But first, to avoid wasting everyone's time crossing it and just having to come back later, I'm gonna go do something that I missed previously. It's one of those, I don't know how I missed it, but I missed it kind of things. See, eventually we're going to need something from these skeleton guards, and I'm a lot closer to them now than I will be when I discover what I need.
I don't believe it, they're having a coffee break.
Yeah, you gotta talk to the one on the left. Brilliant.
Can you please tell me where I am?
You're here with us in the Land of Shadows. Do you have any other silly questions?
As a matter of fact, I do.
I command you to take me to your leader.
Sorry, but we're not to leave our post.
Can you tell me where to find him?
Dear me, just look at the time. I didn't see it pass. Our coffee break is nearly over. Isn't it, Bull?
Why, yes, Bill. We're due back on duty any second now.
Could I have one of your official ID cards?
Shucks, I forgot mine this morning. Do you have yours, Bull?
Why, yes, I do. Here you go, pal. But please don't look at my picture. It's mighty embarrassing. I'm looking a bit overweight. Photos always add about 5 pounds, you know.
No problem. Can you please...
You're here.
Yet another probably not very funny joke anyway. Completely ruined by the delivery. Oh, look, I'm a skeleton. I'm worried about putting on weight in my photograph. Alright, the bridge. We need to get across this thing, and the answer to just about every problem is to apply a spear. I have to hand it to them. That was kind of clever. And yes, you can use the spear to get back, but I don't want to do that at this point. Which is why I went and got the ID before coming this way.
The Grim Reaper's name is Von Hexter. He's in charge of the Hell Rail. Von Hexter also happens to be the personal bodyguard of Jax, the Fire Demon.
It is incredibly, disgustingly, horribly hot down here.
'Tis a lovely day, isn't it?
Do you know where I can find the fire demon? I've got a message for him.
Tell me the message. I'll be sure that he gets it.
I'd rather deliver it myself.
You're still going to need proper authority to cross over.
Well, anyway, we're here at the River of Death.
The lava river is boiling at 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything coming into contact with it would vaporize in 2 nanoseconds. A closer look reveals nothing more of interest.
Alright, well, if I know anything about my adventure games, it's not only that lava is dangerous, but also that whenever we encounter the River of Death,
That's not exactly what I had in mind. I don't see the point in taking that.
we're always going to have to fill a cup with it.
This kryptonite is great stuff. Can't even feel the heat on my hands.
This is, of course, completely ridiculous.
I'll need to see your authorization papers before you can cross.
Well, fortunately, we've got official ID.
I don't recall ever seeing you here before. You must be one of the new guard recruits. Okay, you can pass.
Even though I look nothing like the picture. Of course I'm not going to speed that up. And again, it's a good idea to save even before you enter the lair of the fire demon. Because you never know. He could just kill you as soon as you walk in.
You're not one of my guards. What are you doing down here?
I've come for you, Jax. I'm taking you in.
Like hell you are.
Oh, it's been a long time since I found one of the 4 fiends that could kill me. And he just spends the rest of his time cleaning himself or something. So yeah, if you don't pick the right thing to say, you just die. And
You're
what
not
is the
one
right
of
answer?
My guards. What are you doing down here?
I'll take a guess.
Just a routine inspection. I'll be on my way.
And of course, now I'm free to explore the room. But if you talk to him again,
Stay away if you know what's good for you.
he gets another chance to kill you.
I really expected someone more evil looking.
I expected someone with a notch more intelligence.
So I don't recommend that you talk to him again. But if you choose to, it is possible to
You're
survive.
not.
Just a routine.
Stay.
I was just thinking the same thing to myself.
Now, try thinking yourself away from here.
There's not really a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it. So, with the conversation behind us, it's time to figure out how to kill this guy, while I'm standing right in front of him. Now, of course, we've got our trusty spear still.
I don't think that's a good idea. This guy does not look very friendly.
He doesn't look like a wimp either.
I don't know what that's in reference to. So, we gotta go through all the usual options, all the sensible things we could do.
I don't think that's a good idea.
All the lethal things we could do.
I don't think that's a good idea.
All the things that make the tiniest lick of sense when you're facing a fire demon. Like oil.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Maybe he'd like some chili peppers?
I should keep it for the right time or that special someone who comes along.
Alright, so the weakness of a fire-breathing demon who lives surrounded by lava. We need to throw lava at him. If you can figure out that you can get the lava in the first place. Who does that?
I should take all these stones and do a runner. Who's ever gonna know? Nah, I'm the hero, and heroes are honest.
That's what they all say. Anyway, now we gotta find our way out of here.
The catacombs are where all spare body parts and detached pieces are stored.
That's curious. It seems that one of these catacombs is empty.
And that's where that hole leads. Can't even talk to the gate anymore.
There must be some other way to open the gate.
No, there isn't. We can't get back in.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm pretty sure you can't leave without the ruby, but I don't want to put it to the test. Let's just get back out of here. I should dub in some decent elevator music, but YouTube would probably kick me off. Well, that was fun. So now, there are two things that we can do, since we've got all 4 jewels and the Mechubar's key in our possession. One of them is really obvious, and one of them you may never actually have found. And I'm not going to make you watch me walk all the way through the maze again.
Hey there, old man, wake up!
It's you again. Well, have you found what I've been looking for?
Someone's a U2 fan.
No, I still haven't found what you're looking for.
I don't believe you for a second. You're a lousy liar.
Yes, it's true I'm a lousy liar. Tell me more.
There's not much else to say, is there? You must now recant and hand over those jewels and the extra-large key along with them.
You should talk, you filthy double-crossing scum. I know all about your slimy scheme.
What in the land of shadows is that supposed to mean?
I've been trying to be diplomatic about the whole thing, but you give me no choice. The truth is, I've been wise to your ways for some time now. So I think you should explain yourself before I even consider giving you any jewels. So go ahead, I'm listening. I want the truth.
I don't know how much you really know, but you're a lot smarter than I've given you credit for. Anyway, it was a long time ago. Mind you, I was a young man then. It all seemed a good thing at the beginning when the Mechubars had just come to our planet. They were a race of astral beings that had come to Volcane through a kind of gateway. They called themselves the World Walkers. They were extremely gentle creatures for the most part. The most remarkable thing about them, apart from their extremely advanced technology, was that they existed as luminous orbs. They could travel out of body simply because they had no body, no flesh, that is. They were pure energy and living light, which is why they needed us humans, you see.
I've heard of these Mechubars in my travels. They sound really cool. Tell me more.
They had all the power and technology to do anything, and yet they seemed completely helpless, or rather useless, without us. It's as if the Mechubars needed us humans to act out all their fantasies and to give meaning to their existence.
I don't mean to be flippant, but I know someone who does this for me, and she isn't a Mechubar. But go on, please.
As I was saying, it so happened that in my younger days I was an assistant to the scribe of the Mechubarian High Priest. I was forced to participate and enact some bizarre rituals and ceremonies of the Mechubars. I can tell you, clear as you're standing there, I saw some amazing things. In the obscure arcanes of the Mechubars' secret ceremonies, I came to understand that they had some kind of mysterious technology. I was certain that their technology, which I believe is locked away in the archives, allowed the Mechubars to walk the worlds throughout all the universe. But above all, the real power that I was looking for was their secret key to immortality. To live forever. This, my son, is what I've been after for what already seems to be an eternity.
It doesn't look like you've got much more time left.
How incredibly perceptive you are. You can see that I am now very old with barely enough strength left to breathe. This is why I convinced your village priest to send someone from the village to look for the jewels and the golden key that holds the jewels. The Mekobar's golden key with the 4 jewels is the only way into those archives. It is in those archives where the great secret of the Mekobars is hidden. But then you must know all that by now, a bright young man like yourself.
I didn't exactly know that last bit, but I think everything is starting to fall into place now. So, in fact, all of this has been one big setup from the very beginning. What really pisses me off is that our village priest knew about it all along.
So I cut him in on the deal. Everyone has their price, my friend, including you. But then all are accountable in the end. If you give me those jewels with the golden key, I promise you the way to infinite wisdom and immortality. I can't think of a better deal than that. After all, your soul is such a small price to pay.
Is that what you promised the village priest? And what about your friends who were turned into beasts?
So things didn't work out as I planned. Is that my fault? It was those damned Mekobars. They're the ones that started this mess in the first place. So tell me, what's it going to be for you, my son? Death or glory?
And now we finally get to assert ourselves into the conversation. I hope everybody's still awake. Well, of course, I'm not going to give him the jewels and the key. That's just a stupid thing to do.
That was a nice story. Have you considered making the movie? I especially like the death and glory options for the grand finale. But I can't for the life of me figure out why I should share my glory with you, old man. In fact, I'm going to leave you here to stink and rot.
No, you can't do this to me. Come back here.
And you die. For going out of your way to find out what the real story behind the game was, you have to figure out which thing to say.
Here, take the jewels and the gold key.
Yes, at last. All the jewels are mine after all these years. And now you, like all the others, must die.
It's a tough one, alright. But you can hear the story and survive.
I'll have to think about that one.
And he just lets you leave. So of course, I'm going to the other place where I can put the jewels and the key to use. And again, you never have to meet Ishmael at all.
This fits perfectly. This fits perfectly. This fits perfectly. This fits perfectly. Okay. Now what are you supposed to do?
Well, I presume we're supposed to go into the door that we just opened.
That is beyond the range of Quickthorpe's natural abilities.
And as Ishmael told us, this is the Mekobar's archives.
These are the backup tapes where all unrecorded, non-historical events that could ever happen are stored. A closer look reveals nothing more of interest.
That's why I assume it's all a computer metaphor.
These chairs look really comfortable.
A closer look reveals nothing more of interest. The personalized anti-epileptic holograph viewports are to be used only while sitting in the zero-gravity chairs.
It kind of looks like those machines you see at the dentist.
So, what do? You find the tiny red button.
It looks like a start button. I just love pressing buttons to see what happens. What's that noise?
And that's it. Thanks for playing. Seriously. Now again, imagine seeing this ending without ever having met or talked to Ishmael. And this is the bit that was revised for the North American release. Alright, it's kinda stupid, but it makes more sense than the original ending. Yeah, at least Quickthorpe gets to go back and be with his girlfriend. And I honestly can't explain the rest of that ending. I guess Quickthorpe acquired the knowledge of the Mechubars, used that to destroy their technology, which took Ishmael down with it. I really don't think they made any of that clear. And probably the worst part about the whole thing is, once again, you can miss most of that story unless you're really looking for it. Doing things like talking to Cymbeline at the bottom of the well, talking to each of the four beasts before you kill them, which in a lot of cases is actively discouraged. Talking to Ishmael, which is definitely discouraged. You gotta ask people about the right things. Half the time they'll just stop talking to you if you pick the wrong option, or you'll move on in the game and not get the information you need to put the whole story together, such as it is. I've even read the Wikipedia article on this, and I still can't figure out what the heck is going on. And none of this, none of the entire experience makes you want to go back and continue playing this game. I barely managed to force myself to play through it as a test run before doing the actual playthrough. I hate this game. I hate everything about it, and the few things that I can find that are redeeming features are the things the game does worst at. I would absolutely love to see some kind of remake of this game, or some other game playing with those same ideas that this one failed to get across properly. I think that would work really well with today's technology and a team that cared what they were doing. Otherwise, I think this game deserved to be in the bad games thread. That's why I posted it there. And I, for once, cannot recommend that anybody else pick this thing up and try it. I don't know of any online retailers that are selling it, and probably for good reason. If they can find a way to get the license for it, I can't really see them turning a profit without some kind of deceptive marketing. Just stay away. I think you've seen everything that you need to see, and if you're really curious, I'll be posting a link to the original ending so you can see what it is that you missed. I don't even want to think about this anymore. Goodbye, everyone.